Hi, welcome everybody. Yes, it's a new week, so you know it's a new video. Thank you so much for coming back. And as I promised you last week, this week we're going to go through the pros and the cons of moving to London. Or moving to England, kind of in general, but more specifically London. So basically how the video gonna go is I'm gonna start off with a con. I think I'm gonna go to like four or five, which one? Five pros and five cons as to moving to London. I'm gonna start with a con, I'm gonna go to a pro, and that I think it's gonna end with a pro if I do that. Yeah. So don't worry, we're not in the long talking, we're gonna jump right into the video, jumping right into the pros and the cons.
Yeah, get into it.
But before I go on, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. It really helps out the channel. It helps me to give information like this, or whatever else you want. Also, if you don't want to see anything else from this channel, just leave it down in the comments. If there's any pros or cons you can think about, if you're watching this in the UK, just drop it down in the comments as well. Also, don't forget to leave a like and share. Also, don't forget to leave a like and share this video around to someone who you think might be interested. So starting with the first con, expensive. It is expensive, especially in London. So, parts outside of the UK, parts outside of London in the UK, for 1 second.
Oh, you want to get fucked up?
That's past a minute. Yeah, so starting off with expensive, cost of living is very high, especially in London. For places outside of London but still in the UK, for I guess like coming from a place like probably Jamaica to you, it might be expensive. I guess relatively it's not as expensive as moving to London. So even if you're in the UK watching this, I plan to move to London, trust me, it's very expensive. It's quite expensive. Transportation is expensive. The bus is like £1.60 one way, so if you're taking the bus, that's already that's like £3 something per day. If you're taking the tube, depending on where you're going, most likely it's kind of like £5 each way. So if you take the tube to and fro, that's $10 per day. $10 times 5, 50 times 4, 200 pounds per month. Crazy. Now a pro to moving to London is the convenience. Trust me, I love the convenience here. Like everything is just so convenient. If you're coming from Jamaica, you'd understand, ordering an Amazon package and it reaching tomorrow directly at your doorstep, and you don't have to go to like a shipping company. You don't have to use a shipping company or any third party. You just get it straight to your door. Delivery services, you have things opening later, closing later. You have things that are actually truly 24/7. You have some things that were 24/7, but because of COVID kind of stopped right now. But in its peak, maybe if it opened up more, since COVID is kind of like at a lowish right now, then things will be more 24/7. So yeah, convenience is one big pro. The next con we're looking at is weather. The weather is shifty, and I think it's just the UK in general for this one. Today it might be sunny and hot in the morning, in the night it's cool, or it might be sunny this minute and then like 30 minutes after it rain and a tear and it's sunny again and it cool at night. It's the weather is just all over the place. So that's one big con. So if you're someone who needs, because some people actually do need like constant weather here, you might have to take that into consideration. Another pro I want to look at is diversity. Now I love just the amount of cultures that's here. Like if you just drive down the street of London, you see a lot of Arab culture. You see a lot of, hopefully that's not an offensive word anymore, I don't know, but you see a lot of Arabian probably culture. You see South Asian a lot. You see East Asian a lot. You see Jamaican a lot, especially in certain places like if you go down to Brixton, Jamaica. If you go to Harlesden, Jamaica. So if you're moving from Jamaica, just know say Jamaica kind of do up here. Although that as a Jamaican, say everywhere in the world have a little Jamaica somewhere. And there are lots of Muslims. So I appreciate just the diversity in culture, ethnicity, and religion. The next con I want to look at is tax. Now, yes, that could be looked on expensive, but I'm not just talking about the fact that it's a lot of money. So think about it like, yes, it's a lot more money than. So if you have something and it's this cost, you have to think about the fact that there's tax again on top of that. So that's how it could be looked on expensive. But what me I talk about separately for tax is just like the constant thinking about tax. So it's like if you're buying a bicycle, you have to pay bicycle tax. If you're driving a car, says in certain parts of the city, you have congestion tax you have to pay. If you have a TV in your house, you have to pay TV tax. Certain stores don't sell drinks with sugar in it, like they sell sugar-free drinks because they have to pay sugar tax. There's so much tax. If you're renting a place and you get a rent figure, you have to factor in council tax. So you might have to pay council tax on top of that. It's just so much tax. So I just think it's just mentally a lot to be like, I want this thing, but hey, guess what? You're gonna have to think about tax and you're gonna have to be paying that tax say whenever renewal period. Alright, if you watched this far, please don't forget to just hit the subscribe button, the like button, and to share it around to somebody who you think might be interested. And if it is like enjoying my content so far, don't be afraid to hit the notification bell so you know you get notified whenever I post a video. Alright, continue to watch now. Next pro I want to think about is just the access to Europe. I like thinking about the fact that I can jump on a train, I'll probably go to Amsterdam, I'll probably go to Paris. I'm gonna save up for it and then do that one of these weekends if I'm bored. You know, just I'm gonna save up for it. So I don't think I just have the money lined up, but like I'll save up for it. If no one wants to go, if no one's available to go, I'll just literally go one of the weekends. I just plan a weekend to go by myself and just sightsee. But I like the fact that, you know, you have a close proximity to the European countries. You can probably just fly go and then fly come back, or to the train go, or to the bus go and come back. Now another con that can be looped on the expense is rent. Now rent is just so high, but I definitely have to talk about it separately from expenses, because expenses like covers a lot. But you know, I want to talk about rent itself. Rent is so high here, so high in London, and the more central you go, I think the more expensive it gets, ish, kinda. Because sometimes the more west you go, the more east you go, the more expensive you get, and the more south you go, the cheaper it get. But I think the more north you go, the more in betweenish the prices. But when you hear south kind of cheap, that's not like cheap, it's like London cheap. So still, you know, bear that in mind. If you're moving over here, think about the fact, say you have to just set aside rent. If you're making a certain amount, probably just divide that by 2, because most likely half of it I'll go to rent. Another pro I want to look at is the gun laws. Now, I went to a mall, it was Saturday. The mall was so packed. In America, low-key, high-key. Whenever a mall is just too packed, I kind of get very anxious because I'm like, you're supposed to just run in.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I can't deal with it. So I was in the mall, I was like at peace, because I'm like, the most money I can do is probably have a knife and I run with a knife. That's just like not as somebody with a machine gun I run through the place. The last con I want to look at is the fact that for some people this is definitely a con. It is just very populated and it's very crowded. There's a lot of people, so it's kind of congested when it comes to cars and just driving, commuting. When it comes to, I guess, probably just walking on the road or taking the tube, it's a lot of people. So sometimes on peak hours, place just gets congested. A lot of people have issues with that. Personally, I like city life, so I don't really mind it, you know. I just kind of know when not to go certain places. But yeah, that it can definitely be an issue sometimes, especially when there's like a function happening somewhere close to where you need to go. So you know, say there's a bar crowd around that general area. Sometimes I just cancel things because I'm like, I'm not going there. Like our woman football league, I think I play at Wembley right now. I'm not gonna go by that side for now. The last pro I want to look at, the best for us I think, is the free healthcare. Now y'all know I'm a friendly neighborhood pharmacy, so I had to talk about this. Free healthcare, I think that is so good. One of the reasons why it's so expensive, you know, because they have so much tax. There's a lot of also there's a lot of free things as well, in terms of like free library access, free stuff, I guess, like free park areas or just areas where you can just be healthy and I can jog, free, like a free open gym spaces, like, you know, like park gyms type of thing. So there's a lot of free spaces, so I guess that's why there's a lot of tax to follow that as well. But yeah, the free healthcare is just something that I'm just like, I really like. You know, you can just walk into a doctor's office, something wrong with you, just go to a doctor and be like, what's wrong? And they're like, this is wrong. Here's a prescription, fill it. And the prescription might be where it gets expensive, but like, where is a prescription not expensive? And I really doubt it's still as expensive in the US. So that's one big pro that you must consider if you're thinking of some benefits to coming to London, or well, to the UK, specifically London. Alright, so I think that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like and share this around to someone who you think might be interested. Also, if you want to see anything else from me, if you want to know some about London, UK, or just some random thing, you know, definitely put it down in the comments. Let me know. This is my, you know, more fun, easygoing channel, so I literally do anything on this channel, you know. Probably not very easy, but you know, like I'll do some random fun stuff. Or if it is that you want to know some health and wellness stuff, still drop it down in the comments or over on my Instagram, and I'll definitely put it over on my health and wellness channel. It's going to be at the end of the video that you can click and go to that channel as well if you want to just check it out in general. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next week again. Yeah, bye.